generated in your company. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, that is all the revenue that has been generated in your company. We have the expenses, the supply, and the pending orders. So the pending orders are orders that are yet to be fulfilled that require basically stock transfer. That is transferring stock from the admin to the warehouse or the outlets. So I don't know if anyone on the call right now runs a business that sells items, buying and selling. If you can just let me know what kind of business that is and see how Supreme can help you with that. Let me go back to the call and see who's joined, so we can have an interactive section. Okay. Okay, I can't go back to that screen. I'll just ask around the room. Does anyone have any business that they're running that is into buying and selling, and we can just use as an example? This is an interactive session, so I'm hoping we can go through that. Okay, no one? All right then. In the meantime, right. Yeah.
So I have a retail store and I sell stuff from perfumes to provisions to men's clothing. So if you could please assist me with that, I would really appreciate it.
Okay. What would you say is your biggest problem or your biggest issue with managing your business?
One is effectively capturing sales, and another hurdle is that we incur a lot of costs, but we do not really track them very well. So they're just scattered all over the place, and we do not know how to really capture them.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you very much, Abolore. So, the wonderful thing about Supreme is that for a business like yours, you sell not just perfumes, you sell clothing, you sell accessories and things like that. Supreme is very considerate in that regard because we have an inventory management model here. We have a supply model, we have an accounting model, a sales model, as well as client and staff model. So in the inventory model for a business like yours, that is, selling multiple things, you're not just selling perfumes or just clothes, we have the special feature that allows you to categorize your inventory into, the various sectors or groups of things that you sell. So for a business like yours, you would definitely have the clothing category, you'd have the perfume category, as well as the accessory category. And you can, beautifully categorize them in colors. So you can have like different colors for the 3 categories that you have. You can edit and delete as need be. As your business progresses, maybe you add more categories or you reduce and, have a more streamlined focus. So, inventory management is made so seamless with Supreme because, you can have your inventory categories and then list your items within those categories for easy organization and access. So that's the one thing I love about Supreme, and that's something that I think your business would benefit from. Apart from that, I think you also mentioned sales. That sales is really important, tracking that. So we have the sales model that basically does the end-to-end of the end-to-end of your average retail process. So in the sales model, we're able to, for the admin end, you're able to track all the sales that have been made in your different outlets or warehouses. And of course, Supreme has made a provision for that for businesses and companies that have gotten to the stage where they have different stores and different fronts in all over the country or abroad. So you can have, maybe a multi-chain or multi-outlet organization, and all that can be tracked and monitored within the admin side of the Supreme Retail app. So that's what you can see here for the sales chart. But for the actual sales process, that is the day-to-day selling and receiving payments, interacting with customers, that is tracked in the outlet interface. And my colleague Deji will be going through that. So here is mostly important for just being able to view, monitor, as the admin, as the Oga, you're not going to be doing the day-to-day sales. You're just going to be tracking and looking and seeing what progress is being made. Another interesting thing I think your business will benefit from is the client model. I don't know, do you have a database or a place where you store, your list of clients, their phone numbers and things like that?
Yeah, I do that on paper at the moment, and I use Excel also to an extent.
Okay. And that can be, using paper can be clumsy, and it can also be, inaccurate because you can lose them. You can lose paper, books to fires and things like that. How do you, get your records back? So I think Supreme would be very helpful in that regard, because we have a database that is specifically for storing client details. So you can store all your clients' details from, inception. You can start with inputting the names, the phone numbers, and even the special parts is you're able to attach them to the outlets or the warehouses or the fronts that they patronize. So for example, you have a Mr. Fred, that's a regular customer, but he visits your stores in Abuja. He doesn't go to the one in Lagos. You can, track and see that, okay, Mr. Fred is registered to the Banex store, and you're better able to market your products and contact him and keep that relationship, because you're able to see, okay, this is the store he's registered to, these are the things we can offer him, and other details like that. So how do you feel about having a digital client base that you can store your client's information, updates, and access as needed? How do you feel about that?
I genuinely feel it really helps my business, because and I have to ask, since this is a sort of web-based application, does it mean that if I'm on the go and I'm not around, I could just easily look into what's happening in my business? Because that would really help, and I can easily look at my client list and what's happening within my business from anywhere in the world.
That's a wonderful question. Yes, absolutely. We at Guru Geeks have been, we've been forward thinking enough to provide not only an app that can be accessed anywhere, because as long as you have an internet connection, you can access it. But we also have provided the mobile interface, so you're able to log on from whatever phone, Android, Apple, Samsung, phones, and you can track whatever is going on within your business from outlet to outlet, warehouse to warehouse, and you can also access your customer database. In fact, I think you can pretty much do end-to-end of what you can do on the web app, on the mobile interface.
Okay, thank you for that already. That would, like I said, that really helps my business.
So that's pretty much the gist of it. Supreme is an all-in-one solution for managing end-to-end of any retail or sales business, from inventory to supply to accounting, sales, having a client database, and managing your staff. And we also have quick data and reporting features that allow you to quickly have an overview. We know that CEOs are always on the go. They might not have the time to do a deep dive into each sector of the business and see what's happening. They have a quick dive of what is going on in the business, the recent orders that have been made, client purchases, and the numbers that are crucial to making informed decisions within their business. So I think I've covered that for the admin, and my colleague Deji would be taking the side of the outlet. That is the interface that your staff would have access to. So thank you very much for listening. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ori, for that. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so this is the retail aspect of Supreme, where the retail staff coming to log in. So let me quickly log in on the staff. Yeah, so as a staff, as a Supreme staff, like on outlets, yeah, this is the dashboard where they see their total sales, their expenses, pending orders, total review. They can see their clients like details, the ones that have like supplies going to them. They can also see their recent orders. So this dashboard is basically just for the particular staff's accounts. Yeah, this is the staff's accounts. The staff can edit his profile. Where he edits his profile, the phone name, his phone number, email address, and also change his password, and also attach the profile picture. And there's also a notification feature where you can see let's say you have a low stock update and you need to like know that this particular product is low on stock. So you can see the update on your notification. You get notified that this particular product is low on stock. And if, let's say, you send a request to your admin that you need supplies, you also get notified when the supply gets approved by the main office by admin. So yeah, this dashboard, you can see the monthly data. Let's say you start for like January, February to December. You can see your total revenue, the total revenue you've made for each month, the total sales, expenses. You can also see the yearly data too for the year, each year, the total sales, revenue, expenses, and all that. Then there's the inventory management, where you basically see your products, the inventory you have, like each category and the products under the different categories. You can also see it then. The supply, yeah, let's say you have special clients, clients who buy products in bulk, and let's say wholesale clients. You want to give them supply of like millions of naira, and they also have a special privilege to pay instrumentally because they are like special clients. They're buying in bulk, so they need to have that privilege. So you create supplies for them basically, but for the regular working clients, you create sales for them. Yeah, when they come in and buying products, you create sales for them. This is where you basically sell your products. In this module, you sell your products to your clients. We have a clients section where we store our clients database, where they are registered. So all of them are registered to us here. So these are our own clients with their clients ID and the amount of days they have, like the number of days they have to like pay for our products. So let's say this client, Amos Adams, wants to be paying instrumentally within 100 days. He also has that like privilege. So the clients can determine how long he wants to pay for a particular product. So expenses, this basically shows like what we are spending our money on. You get what we're incurring our cost on. Yeah, that's what the expenses does. It shows you how much is spent on a particular thing. Let's say you spend money on fuel in a month. It shows us, okay, we spend this amount on so thing. This request is basically, let's say like I said, we're low on supply and we need more supply for a particular product or products. We can send a request to the admin. And this data basically shows that the request has been approved. But let's say we just send a new request, it shows awaiting approval. So we don't wait for the approval from the admin from the main office to approve the supply, and we get the new supply. And as we get the new supply, the inventory gets updated. That's basically the whole operation here of this application. Does anyone have any question? No question.
Thank you, teaching. Sorry, I would like to ask how the requests, like what are the things that you want to add the request? Yeah.
No, sorry.
I would just like to
Okay.
see that part.
Okay, so when you want to request for supplies, you select the warehouse you want the supplies from. Let's say warehouse 202. Then you input in the figures on the products you want. Let's say I want white rice, like 10 units of white rice, beef, same thing. Let's just say Coca-Cola 2, yeah. Then I save it. You can see it has been populated here. You can see the item, the number of items, white rice, beef, Coca-Cola, and the total amount of everything. And the day I created it. So I see the status shows awaiting approval. So when it gets approved, the status changes and it approves, and the inventory gets updated. Yeah, so that's it. That gets it right.
Yeah.
All right. So is there any other
I
question?
want to ask. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So please, I want to ask if I've requested for a new supply, like from the headquarters, and they've raised a request. How is the time for the inventory to get to the outlet? How is that calculated? Has that been thought of in this requesting for approval?
How is it? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the time factor. I made a request from an outlet, and it's already in my inventory, but I don't yet have it in the outlet. I still have to wait for the logistics, like transporting it from the warehouse to the outlet. So has that like been calculated too?
Okay, you want to see the status of the delivery or what? Exactly.
So as the inventory has been updated, but how do I know like the stock is in the outlet now after I've requested from the headquarters, from the warehouse, and it has been approved?
So I didn't hear you. I don't know if my mic. I didn't.
Okay, can you hear me very well now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I've made a request to the headquarters, and it has been approved, maybe quite immediately, and now it's in my inventory. Now a customer walks in and wants to buy that same inventory immediately. Like the customer is waiting and it has been approved. So how does the customer get the product, since they have to like transport it down from the warehouse to the outlet? Did you get that?
I didn't get.
Okay. I think for knowing for the staff in the outlet to be able to know when the order has been approved from the admin, you'll be able to see from the screen of this supply request. So at the status column, you can see the orders, and you can see that some have been approved and one is waiting approval. So immediately you're going to get a notification that the items within an order that you made have been approved. And then when you go to the inventory, you can now see that your stock has been replenished for those items that you requested. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Since this is a retail product here, can I see the process of actually making and completing a sale, please?
Okay. So let's create sale here. So input in the buyer's name, Star Bolore. Okay. Yeah, so after inputting the client's like name and phone number, you see this screen where you can see the voucher, the date, the buyer, the phone, and select the product. Let's say okay, currently there is no product in stock. So the admin, we'll need to ask for supply for this product from the main office. So once we ask for, or let me just quickly do that, show you the process. Mattress beef Coca-Cola. Yeah, so okay, this is the request that I just like asked the main office, and let's say I'm the main office approving this request. So let me refresh. Yeah, it has been approved, and now I can make sales. So yeah, beef. Let's say I want to like sell beef to a client. 1, 2 products, the quantity 1. So once clicking on this add to product, you can see the preview of all the products that you want to sell to that client. So if I add another product or white rice, quantity 1, add products. So you see it gets updated on this right side of the screen, the preview, and you can
Okay.
complete entry. So clicking on this complete entry means you've made the sale. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, and you can from here you can check the receipts of that payment of that sale. So you can print the receipt and then give the customer after I made the sale. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I think we have some guests on the call. Hi, Mr. Oluji. Good afternoon. Okay. I'd have loved for us to entertain some more questions. Does anyone have any more questions? No more questions? Okay. All right then. I think I'll be passing the mic back to Miracle, so we can get on with this. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ore. That was an exciting demo, I must say. And as we conclude this transformative webinar, I hope we've all been able to pick 1 or 2 things, and we've seen what Supreme is capable of. We want to express our gratitude for your valuable time and engagement. And as we have unveiled Gig Supreme Retail and Manufacturing Software solution, it's, as you can see, it's a solution that has been designed to empower startup businesses and small scale businesses in the retail, manufacturing, wholesale, and distribution industries. And yes, the journey doesn't end here. We encourage you to explore Supreme further, take advantage of its unique features, and witness firsthand the positive impact it can have on your business operations. And our doors are very much wide open for personalized demos and presentations. All you have to do is reach out to us to schedule an appointment. Our email is info@gurugeeksrealty.biz. You can check our social media platforms, and you can always reach us on our website, which is www.gurugeeksrealty.biz. Thank you very much for joining us on this exciting journey. Feel free to reach out to us for any further inquiries, and we look forward to being part of your business success. So stay empowered, stay innovative, and remember that the future of retail is now. Thank you and have a great day.